This is part 2 of my last video where I made Disney princesses. I made Elsa and Anna from Frozen, and I made Moana from Moana. And today I'm going to be making the first 3 princesses. So I'm going to be making Snow White, Briar Rose or Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, and Cinderella. So yeah, that's today. So I'm going to start with Snow White and I'll go through her traits. So first I gave her the friend of the world aspiration because that's like what she's always doing. She's like being very friendly. She's very like kind, and she's always nice to people. So she gets this aspiration. Then I gave her cheerful because she's always like about maintaining a positive attitude through like struggles and stuff. She's neat because she's like tidying all the time basically, and she's an animal enthusiast because she loves animals. She's always like singing to the birds and people, that sort of thing basically. So yeah, now I'm gonna start making her look like Snow White. So first I will start with her skin tone, and I'm just going to get out my reference image so that I can have a look at what she looks like. She's warm tone, definitely, I think. Maybe something like this. I think that is pretty close to her skin tone. So now I'll do her hair and her eyebrows as well, because her eyebrows, she's got very thin eyebrows and her hair is black. Eyebrows are probably like this. And she's got very like wide eyes. So if I give her more like, I don't know. I think these eyes are probably a bit better. Then her nose is very small. I think she probably looks something like this. So she has medium length hair and she has like a little bow, but I don't know if I'll be able to have that. So her hair, it's not really like that. It's more, yeah, it's more like, oh, it's like this. That's quite good because that's even got the red, like it's got a hair tie. And she wears kind of like pinkish red lipstick. So I think this is probably quite good for her face actually. I'm thinking maybe not this eyeliner because she has like eyelashes, but it's not eyeliner exactly. So I don't know what to do about that because I really don't like these. I think they look really bad. I might just give her this eyeliner so it's like more subtle, but you can still kind of see that she's got eyelashes basically. So now I'll be moving on to her dress, and she has a very iconic dress. It's very weirdly coloured. It's very weird colours. Red, blue, and white. I don't know how... Red, blue, and white? What am I on about? Red, blue, and yellow. There is a bit of white, which is why I was saying that. So, I don't know what I'm going to do for this dress, because I think I'll probably just have to find a blue and yellow dress, because the red is... There's not that much red on it, to be honest. I guess this one is okay, because it's got the yellow and the blue, even though they're inverted and completely the wrong shades, because this isn't even really yellow, it's more like cream, but it is better than nothing. I guess this is more similar because it's got the blue and the yellow, even though this is more like purple and this is more like cream. I mean, I feel like the red is very, like when people see the red, they think of Snow White, even though she doesn't actually wear that much red, which is interesting. I might see if I can make a fake dress using the separate tops and bottoms. So if I can find her like a blouse that can look like the one she wears, I think that probably looks quite a lot like it in blue, although this isn't quite the right shade. But then if I get her a skirt that is nice and long and flowy and it's yellow, does that look a bit closer? I mean, I feel like this skirt isn't quite the right one. This one's actually quite good, I think, maybe. I'm reconsidering the top though. I think I need to go with a different top. This one is so cute, and I feel like it's very Snow White-esque because it's got all the bunnies on it, and it's got the red. That's actually quite good. It's the right shape as well. I might go with this one. I think that's really good. Okay, I'm very happy with that. I feel like she needs something around her neck though, because in the reference image I have, she has like this white collar thing on her dress, but that obviously doesn't really exist here. But I'm wondering, like, can we have something that will like replace it and kind of fill in the gap? But I quite like the pearl necklace. I feel like that kind of fits what she would wear. So this here is Snow White. I'm quite happy with the way I've styled her. I really like that actually. I really like the top because even though it doesn't actually look fully like her real one, I think the colors and the shape are quite good. So it's more of like a modern take on it, I guess, which isn't really what I was going for, but I quite like it. So now I'm going to move on to Briar Rose, or Aurora, from Sleeping Beauty. And I've given her the cheerful, loves outdoors, and outgoing traits because I think I gave all of these princesses the cheerful trait because they're always like persevering through hard stuff. Although actually Aurora doesn't really do anything because she's like asleep most of the time. Because she's not really the main character. But she's like very cheerful and happy when she is awake. And she loves outdoors because she like grows up in the forest and stuff. So I thought that fit. And she's outgoing because again, she's like friendly and nice and yeah. And then I gave her the soulmate aspiration because I think she meets this guy in the forest and she's like, oh my gosh, I love him. Come round to the cottage. And she like invites him home to like her birthday party. And that's kind of the only thing she like wants to do basically. So I didn't really have much else to work with. And now let's get into making her look like Briar Rose. So I've got like I think I've got 3 different reference images for this princess because she has a lot of different, well, she doesn't have a lot of different outfits, but she has what she wears for most of the movie, which is when she's like hiding away in the cottage when she's Briar Rose. And then she has the outfits she wears when she's like the princess again. And she has 2 because she has the blue one, which she wears in the movie, and then the pink one that I really like, which is why I'm keeping it in. I don't think it's in the movie. I think it's just used to market her. I don't really know. But yeah, so I've decided to give her 2 different versions of the same dress and then another dress that she wears for most of the time. So I'm going to choose her skin tone. Is that like cool? I think probably. Yeah. She has blonde hair, but and quite like this color actually. That's quite lucky. And her eyebrows, they're quite similar to this. They're just more like upwards. And so if I put them lower down then. Her eyes are a bit wider than this. They're quite like that actually. And what color are they? I think they're dark brown. Yeah, they are. And her nose goes a bit like higher up on her face. And it's a bit more like sharp. I don't know how to describe that. I think her nose looks quite a lot like this. It's again very small because all these animated people have very tiny noses. And her face is very long, so probably make it longer like that. So I think this is her facial features okay. I'll do her hair now and maybe she'll look more like her when she has hair. So she has quite cool hair. I really like it. She has like this really like poofy fringe, which is really nice. But I'm wondering, will I be able to actually find anything that fits it? So I'm not really keen on any of these hairstyles. I feel like none of them really look quite right. I think this has a similar level of volume to her hair, so it could work, but I don't know. I'm not really too keen on it. Maybe I need to change her eyebrows because maybe they're throwing me off. I don't know. But I think this might be the closest we get. I think it could be good. Her forehead looks too big because she doesn't have the massive fringe here. So maybe if I move her head, like her features up, I feel like this is going to be weird, but if I just move everything a bit more up. I think this is probably as good as I'm going to get. So I'll start by giving her her dress now. My first thought is that this dress could work. But now that I'm looking at it more, I'm thinking maybe not. There is also this dress as an option, which could work because it also has like, I quite like how the sleeves are like more poofy because that's what her dress is like. And even though it's not too similar, it does have a similar feel. I think, but the colors aren't right at all. Then there's this one as well, which is quite similar. But again, the colors are not right. I'm thinking that this one might be the best just because it feels like the right vibe. I don't know, because it does. I think some of the others look closer to it, but this feels more like what it is. I don't really know how to describe, but I think it feels more right. Now I'll go and do her next outfit. I'll do the blue dress first, although I'm pretty sure they're the exact same dress, just different colors. So once I've found the dress, I can just make it into 2 different colors. I could give her this dress, but it's not really right. The only thing about it is that it has the colors, but it's not the right shape. And if this dress were a little bit more fancy, I think it could work because it's got like the right shape. But I think it's not very fancy at all, so it doesn't look right. This dress though could work, especially for the pink one. For the blue one, yeah, I think that could work as well actually. I might use this one. It's not what I was thinking I was going to put her in, but that could work. And that is Briar Rose / Aurora. And now we're going to move on to Cinderella. So Cinderella, I have given the cheerful trait because, as I said before, she's always like happy and cheerful, even though she's like being forced to be a maid, basically. And then she's creative because she basically designed her own dress, which was pretty cool. And then she's an animal lover because she's always talking to the animals, and that's why I gave her the friend of the animals aspiration, because she loves the animals basically. She's always talking to them and they help her out a lot. So that is Cinderella's traits and aspiration. And now let's make her look right. So Cinderella is very pale. Maybe even, no, she's not quite the palest actually. Maybe, oh, I don't know. She could be actually this skin tone. Yeah, that might be right because, yeah, she's very pale and she has very yellow hair. I don't want to give her the cheese hair though because the cheese hair is my enemy. So I might make her hair a little bit less yellow. And she has blue eyes. Her nose is quite accurate actually. I think these bits go a bit further back like that. And I think her lips are a bit thinner. I think that's quite good. Okay, so now I'm going to do her hair. For her hair, she's got it up and it's very like poofy. Kind of like that actually. That's quite good. She has like a headband that goes like all around her head, but I don't know how I'm going to make that work in The Sims. She does also have really massive earrings and they're huge. They're like this. They're even bigger than this actually. They're like the size of her ears. It's crazy. She doesn't even have ears. That's what's really funny about it actually. But yeah, I'll give her those earrings. She actually wears a choker, which I didn't realize, like a ribbon choker. I'll see what I can do because we have this, although it has like the pendant thing around the neck, which isn't quite right, but it could work. Do her dress, and she's got the very long blue ball gown. I'm not sure. This one might be the only one that works. I don't really know. I'm actually shocked how few ball gowns we have in The Sims. Like we need more. I think we'll go with this one because it has like the sleeves, and that I think is quite important. Well, it's not even the right sleeves. It just has more like poofy sleeves, and it has a better like shape around here, which is important, I think. So she wears gloves actually, very long gloves. I like these, but these are too long. Which I didn't think would happen. Okay. They're more about this length, but these I don't think come in blue. So I might just need them in white. I think I might keep this. I think this is right. So I have now finished making all 3 Disney princesses that I was going to make today. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did I do it well? Did I absolutely suck? Yeah, just let me know because I'm quite proud of Snow White. I think Snow White was the best one. I think I'm less proud of Briar Rose because it's not what I wanted, I think. It's much less spectacular. You know, like this is quite a simple dress, so it's a shame. Like if it just had a more flowy skirt, like literally if the skirt was different, that would fix it. But sadly, the skirt is not different. So I'm stuck. And then Cinderella was okay. I'm not 100% convinced, but I quite like it. I think I did well with what I had. So yeah, if you like the video, leave a like down below. You could leave a comment, you could subscribe, and you could share the video with a friend. That would be amazing if you could do it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.